chances are.
So yesterday I come back from a break. I play Johnny Mathis. Everybody's laughing at me. Then they find out that you like Johnny Mathis, and now we're playing Chances Are.
What an amazing artist. You want to talk about being one of the greatest icons. I mean, growing up with his music and his talent, you need to get him on the show.
I want to. The great Joseph Abboud here for his weekly appearance here with Bernie and I on the Bernie and Sid in the Morning Show. And, pat ourselves on the back a little bit here, me and Bernie. Was in your store yesterday, as you and I get set to co-host this magnificent pink one-way event tonight for Maimonides Medical Center at the Marquee. Very exciting. You, me, Dolores, Margaret, Vinny from the Jersey Shore, a couple of Yankee players. It's going to be a big deal. And picked out a beautiful outfit for me yesterday. But while I was there, in the short time I was there, about 30 minutes, there were a couple of people there that came in just because they listened to the Bernie and Sid show and spent a lot of money, Joe. Is what I was told.
You know, Bernie, it's fantastic that the reaction we've had to the show, and actually Phil, who is our director of retail, in his 38 years of doing what he does, he's done everything from Hickey Freeman to Nordstrom. Yeah, he's never experienced anything like what we've seen from this show.
Wow,
which is amazing. I mean, part of my job is to kind of educate American men how to dress. The store is one way we can do it. So when your listeners actually go in and they believe you, and hopefully they're not, they're pretty happy with what they see and what they get, and the service is great, Bernie. You know, that's what people want today. They want service. So I don't want it to be an infomercial about the store, but in fact, you know, it really is a great feeling when you can make people feel good, make them dress well for the holidays. Give them all these great options.
Absolutely.
You know, that's my job. You know, we all have certain jobs. My job is to educate American men on how they should look and
by the
feel
way,
better.
this can be an infomercial for the store. This segment is sponsored by Joseph Abboud's Black Label store at the corner of Quality and Style, which is, if it's easier for you folks, 49th and Madison. Yeah, it's a beautiful store, especially this time of year. Yeah. If you're in the city, folks, 49th and Madison, Abboud, Joseph Abboud's Black Label flagship store. It's gorgeous.
Thanks. And we're going to do the Christmas windows now. What Sid and I were talking about yesterday is, if you want to be the sexiest man alive, don't wear an ugly Christmas sweater.
Oh, God.
Okay, there are some really bad ones out there, you know, with little Santa Clauses and little elves, and you will not be the sexiest man
Even
alive.
without the Christmas lights and the Santa Clauses and elves, when you get to the red-green thing, I'm like, just stop.
It's okay for Christmas trees, but not on your body.
Right.
No. You know, I think
but you know what's funny about that? Like Thanksgiving last year, I wore a pair of your slacks and a real nice white sweater and your big blue beautiful coat. And Danielle said to me, where do you think you're going to? You're going to your sister's house. And I said, and all your nephews are going to be banged up the night before wearing sweatpants and Ohio State jerseys. I said, I don't care. Joseph Abboud said to me, you can never be overdressed for anything, and especially holiday time with the family. We're going to take pictures, look back on this 20 years from now.
This was Thanksgiving,
yes.
Right? Yeah.
Was I right?
You were 100% right. And really what happens is, why not dress for the special occasion? Even if I'm just home with the kids, my wife, I'll put a jacket on just to come down to dinner and just say, you know what, I might be having a pair of jeans, but I want it to feel special. I'll put the fire on. And I those moments you don't want to lose.
That sounds really...
I mean, it's, look,
nice.
I'm a sucker for the holidays. Yeah. I love it, but I love when people can dress for the part, wear a great cashmere sweater or a great coat.
Sure.
You know, and I think it makes everybody feel more festive. And to your point, taking pictures, you go, that was Thanksgiving and I'm in my sweatpants?
Yeah.
20 years from now, you look back and say, you know, you're sitting by a fire, you've got that great sweater on. It's a special moment.
Such a good point.
And it really
makes
is.
a difference. Yeah.
And it's respectful. If you're going to someone's house for Thanksgiving, you know, dress up a little bit. Yeah. Show some respect if you're invited to a dinner. Don't just hang around in your plaid shirt and your chinos.
What's the matter with you?
That's absolutely. I mean, this is not an Archie Bunker territory. I mean, this is it really is important. And I've always believed that dressing well really is a respect for other people as well, not just about how you look.
It is.
You know, if I come in to do the show, when I think about coming into the show, I'm going, look, I'm in a public space. I'm going to come see you guys. You know, I don't want to come into my bathrobe. And I think it's important, whatever you do at any business meeting or any social meeting, present yourself well. And, you know, it's been over 30 years since I launched the brand, and that's been my goal all across America, is to help men understand how their own personal style is important. Our European, you know, we've always been second-class citizens to the European style, and I've tried so hard to make it that we are first-class citizens when it comes to style in
You
America.
are the embodiment of style in this country. Look at you right now. By the way, you got to see. Check out our Twitter and Facebook page a little later on. He's got on a gray turtleneck, a beautiful scarf, and a black
velvet. It's a black velvet jacket because I'm going to a great fashion show tonight.
Yes, you are.
And this is, I think, Sid, this is a really special occasion. Pink runway.
Yeah. It really is.
For breast cancer survivors,
Yeah.
and it's really a special
What do you see these women? They're all beautiful walking down the runway. Now, you and I will dress similarly tonight. I got it. And Bernie, you're
going to look like frickin' frack a little bit. We have to be a little bit careful here.
We're going turtleneck jacket.
Turtleneck to turtleneck,
right.
as they say.
So I'm a guy.
Don't go too Johnny Mathis on
Well, I want black and silver. But I'm a guy that, and Bernie, you're just like me with this. You know, the whole neck thing. I don't wear turtlenecks because I don't like something around my neck. I get crazy. But when Phil the tailor took out the outfit yesterday, and I saw that jacket with the black turtleneck,
and
I'm going to have to suck it up and do it. It's just it's so nice.
It's cold, and you will be in contention for the sexiest man alive.
No doubt.
You may not win, but you will be in contention because I think the bar has been lowered based on the recent
John Legend.
John Legend. Yeah.
I think we've all got a shot here, Bernie. So.
I mean, really, what a joke! But Sid will be able to hide those hickeys he's sporting this morning.
Well, it's really funny because when you go to an event like this, is a fashion event tonight. Yeah. Now you can really step out. You're not going to wear a dark suit and a shirt and a tie. This is a fashion event. But when fashion can do great things to support breast cancer or any form of cancer,
no doubt.
I'm always so charged about it. I'm really energized. And as I said, moving into the holiday season, getting dressed and doing great things for people. Put politics aside for a little bit. Just kind of celebrate each other.
Yeah.
It's kind of what drives me in terms of the whole creative
So
process.
who would your sexiest man alive be based on how he dresses and presents himself and all that stuff? George Clooney, of course, is an obvious choice.
He's probably, to Deborah's point, he's probably the lifetime achievement of the sexiest man alive.
Right.
Yeah.
Because it's very natural. He's not trying too hard. I was saying to Deb, too, that, JFK Jr., who I knew, was one of the most handsome, natural, dark, good looks. And first of all, those are the kinds of guys that really are appealing to women.
Yeah.
Right? Their natural good looks.
Yeah.
And
without trying too hard, right?
Yeah, not trying too hard.
Without steroids and tanning, all the stuff that I do.
No. Well, that makes you one of the sexiest men alive.
Right.
But yeah, those kinds of guys. I mean, I look back through, we're talking about Dean Martin, and I look at the guys in the past who had this kind of swagger.
Yeah.
They were fantastic.
Dean Martin had it in spades.
Yeah, absolutely. And Johnny Mathis in his style, in his appeal and his approach.
Oh, he was a gorgeous guy.
These guys were icons. There was a special on last night, Very Ralph, by the way, which aired on HBO, which was a great show, by the way. It's about a 2-hour show. And, you looked at the icons that inspired him, sort of the period that you love, Bernie, the great 30s and 40s.
Yeah.
A lot of people, the younger generations need to know about it because it was so rich in culture and style and really Americana. So that drives a lot of it.
Clark Gable, is he in that list?
Oh, yeah, he was,
Sure.
yeah.
Bernie he liked Montgomery Clift, Bernie. He loved him.
Yeah, well, who didn't love him?
Well, no, I liked him. He was good, but I like the manly men. I like Burt Lancaster, Kirk Douglas, guys like that.
Kirk Douglas. Now, with Kirk Douglas's grandson being on, it brings Kirk back. I mean, he was a guy's guy, right? He really was,
and he could dress too.
Because here's what you might not know: the studios would provide wardrobes and groom those guys. That's what made movie stars.
Yeah.
They were groomed. I told you I had spoken with George Hamilton. He was probably one of the last of the groomed, Hollywood stars.
He's one of those guys, handsome, tan.
Handsome. He's always tan. Yeah. He has his own tanning lotions. I mean, it's, but those guys really represented the male icon, the guy that was really, really well put together. Right. And if you notice, they all dressed beautifully. Today we have actors versus movie stars.
Yeah, we do.
They don't really care about that.
No,
you're right.
Every once in a while they do need to get dressed up, but those days it was style.
It was glamorous.
It was glamorous, and I kind of miss that part of it.
Yeah,
sure.
Me too.
Absolutely.
I mean, growing up, in a working class family, that vision of something that was across the railroad tracks,
it was a big deal.
It was something appealing, and I always thought that dressing well opened doors.
You get that more now from like analysts in sports.
Yeah.
Like those guys, I mean, they wear sneakers with their suits.
Well,
they look stupid.
I can't, Bernie. You're the only guy I know who can wear sneakers and a suit and look natural.
Said that
and I'm not
yesterday.
saying that because I'm here. When I looked at when I was watching Monday Night Football, I was saying these guys just don't know how to do it. Okay, so maybe you can pull off a sneaker with a suit, but they had the wrong suit and the wrong sneakers. That's the problem with guys.
Right. Really
they think an idea works, but they don't know all the details about it.
No, they're trying too hard.
Yeah, and that's it. And there's nothing more unappealing
No.
when a guy's dressed and he's trying to.
And, and the black guys, they're a little cooler. They dress a little more flamboyant, the colors, so they can pull it off. But when I see guys like Adam Schefter and Jay Glazer, you white guys with your very conservative blue suit and your pair of sneakers, you look stupid.
Well, here's the thing. It could be a blue suit, but that just happens to be the wrong blue suit.
Right.
And it just happens to be the wrong pair of sneakers.
Yeah.
And the worst
But these are like different sneakers. Like Bernie wears a regular pair of like Nike sneakers.
Yeah, but
these are like
not
custom-made sneakers,
He's not
shoes.
doing it as a fashion statement.
Right, I know that.
Bernie's doing it because that's his style.
Right.
So you have to admire that.
No, I said you yesterday outside of Bernie, but these guys are on Monday Night Football. Come on, man.
Yeah, and then they've got
Put a pair of shoes
a
on.
starched shirt and a tie and then a pair of sneakers. It looks like they forgot their shoes.
Dummies.
Basically, look like they left the house. And I say to myself, because we did a lot of work with NBC, CBS over the years
Phil
during
Simms,
the Olympics.
Boomer Esiason.
Now Phil dresses very well. We know that Phil does, and he loves. He's got a lot of style. But these guys really need a little more help. I mean, it's kind of
they do. How about the quarterback Cam Newton? Is he too over the top for you?
There's a limit from being a fashion forward to being a fashion victim, and sometimes, and he's a cool, flamboyant guy. I really love him, but I think some of the outfits, or even when LeBron James wore a suit with a pair of shorts,
too much.
It's overpowering.
This ain't Bermuda, bro.
It just doesn't work.
Right.
It's a nanosecond, and it's sort of like, look at me. See, I don't think style should ever be about looking at me. When you walk into the room, it shouldn't be, oh, that's a great tie, that's a great jacket. You should have a presence. Like you walk into the room and they go, that guy's got style. You don't know whether it's a tie with a naked lady on it. It's about personal style. That's what style's really about.
Right. Bingo. Well said. Joseph Abboud. There's nobody better. Listen,
nobody.
The Black Label flagship store, Joseph's store at 49th and Madison, the corner of quality and style. Listen, 9 working days out of 10, Joseph is in that shop, toiling away. Go up and say hello.
I'll be there today, Bernie. I'll be there today.
He'll be there today. Say hello. And again, very festive. For the Thanksgiving, the fall, Christmas. Go up and check it out.
Have fun.
We'll see you later on tonight.
Love you guys.
Thank you. Love you too. Joseph will be there
Joseph.
tonight, and then again next Thursday too at the Teddy Atlas Foundation dinner on Staten Island as well. He's in demand these days, all days. He's the best, Joseph Abboud. More of Bernie and Sid on this Wednesday, right after these words.